Welcome to Oz Current News, your go-to source for the latest updates, breaking stories, and in-depth analysis from Australia and beyond. Stay informed with real-time news, expert insights, and stories that matter most to you. U.S. drops Ukraine, Zelensky panics as Trump ends the cash flow. Well, folks, it finally happened. The United States just shut down Ukraine's war ATM, and Zelensky, he's losing it. But why did Trump pull the plug, and what happens next? Let's break it down. The end of the gravy train. For 2 years, the U.S. has been pouring billions into Ukraine's war effort. Military aid, financial support, diplomatic backing, you name it. The total? Over $100 billion in taxpayer dollars. The reality? Ukraine has been treating Washington like a bottomless ATM. And now, someone finally hit the stop button. Trump isn't just slowing down the aid, he's cutting it off. No more blank checks, no more endless war funding. The message is clear, America is out. Zelensky's reaction, desperate and defeated. Zelensky's meltdown has been nothing short of legendary. He's pleading with Western leaders. He's warning that democracy is at risk. He's begging for Europe to step up. But here's the thing, Washington isn't listening anymore. For 2 years, Zelensky played the political game. He backed Biden in the last election, banking on continued U.S. support. Big mistake. Now, with Trump back in charge, Ukraine's top ally just walked away. That's what happens when you bet on the wrong horse. Then came the Oval Office showdown. Zelensky flew to Washington thinking he could pressure Trump into changing his mind. Instead, he got steamrolled. Trump didn't budge. The meeting was cut short. Zelensky left empty-handed. No more aid, no more weapons, no more U.S. support. Zelensky miscalculated. He thought America needed Ukraine. Turns out, it's the other way around. Why did Trump pull the plug? So why did Trump and millions of Americans decide enough is enough? Reason number one, America first. Why send billions overseas when the U.S. has its own problems? Border crisis, inflation, crime, people are fed up. Reason number two, Ukraine's corruption problem. Be honest, where did all that money go? Billions have vanished into Ukraine's government, and transparency? Non-existent. Reason three, war fatigue. 2 years of just one more package, just one more round of aid. Americans are tired of it. Reason number four, strategic shift. Trump isn't looking at Russia. He's focused on China. He's shifting America's priorities, and Ukraine? Not on the list anymore. What happens to Ukraine now? Without U.S. support, Ukraine is in serious trouble. Military shortages, no more billion-dollar weapons shipments? That's a big problem. Economic collapse. Ukraine's economy is on life support. The U.S. was keeping it alive. European panic. The EU is scrambling. They know they might have to foot the bill. Spoiler, they don't want to. And here's the kicker. Russia knows all of this. Ukraine's biggest bargaining chip was U.S. backing. Now, that leverage is gone, which means one thing. Peace talks with Russia might be back on the table. Meanwhile, over in Australia,
it's in Australia's national interest to stand with Ukraine, and that's what my government is doing.
Leaders are doing what they do best, talking. Prime Minister Albanese says he regrets the U.S. decision. Others warn that it could destabilize global security. Translation? They're worried, but not enough to pull out their own wallets. So will Australia step up? Don't count on it. What's next? Will Europe fund Ukraine? Doubt it. Will Ukraine be forced to negotiate with Russia? Probably. Will Zelensky keep begging for money? Almost certainly. Meanwhile, Trump's priorities are clear. America first. No more endless wars. Focus on China, border security, and the economy. Whether you agree or disagree, one thing is undeniable. Washington is playing a new game, and Ukraine is no longer the star player. Shakshi, your take. Should the U.S. keep funding Ukraine? Is this the end for Ukraine, or the start of a new global strategy? Drop a comment below. Should the U.S. keep funding Ukraine, or is it time for Europe to step up? Subscribe for more deep dives into global affairs. We'll see you in the next one.